since the main vocal point of this service is talking about testimonies, I would just like to know if it would be all right if I could just give a brief, try and make it brief, but just tell what the Lord has done for me. A lot of people don't know this, very few that I have told, because I'm not the type to just open up my heart to anybody and everybody. That's just not me. But a couple years ago, I went through one of the most tragic things in my life, and it's something hard for young kids, older kids, even kids that have gone a long time in their life. But divorce took over my family, and I'm just gonna say this as blunt as I can, and I don't mean to offend nobody, but it really took a toll on me. And for a lot of times it hurt, and for sometimes I think it's better, but it started affecting me in ways that I never wanted my life to take over. And I started letting drugs influence me. I started letting alcohol and partying and living the YOLO life, which kids like to say now, you only live once. You know, I try to give every bit of my life away from God. And I know that one of the commandments was, thou shalt not put no other gods before me. And I thought that was just like Buddha or Allah or one of those people. But I didn't know that a God could necessarily be a thing. And I used to skip school all the time. I failed school. I was just a failure. I would be scared to take home my progress report or report card to my mom because I knew I'd get the nicest butt whooping in my life if she saw me. But I used to just go home and just smoke until my heart was content. I used to just do alcohol. I let girls come into my life. And that's something that me and Bobby both did. And I just messed up my life a lot, like big time. Just ruined it. I thought about suicide. I mean, I know there were 6 times where I wanted to take my life. Like, it got to the point where I wanted to kill myself. That's how hard I was beating myself up. When the whole time I had this church to come to, and you know, I used to write notes, and I used to write letters to my family, and I would write 7-page long letters about my life and how I'm sorry for messing up. I would write letters to the church. I would write letters to everybody who loved me or who I thought loved me, and I used to just tell them I'm sorry that I ruined my life, and I'm just gonna take it because it's just better for me to just leave. There were times I tried to hang myself in my room. There were times I tried to stab myself, but I was just something. You know, there's that saying, but God. I tried to take my life, but God. God was always there to intervene. One of the main tricks that everybody tries to use, I tied shoelaces, all my Jordan shoelaces. Everybody loved Jordans. And I tore up them shoes, took the shoelaces off, tried to tie them tight, and tried to take my life. But God. But God. And you know, I was in public school, I was living the wrong way, and then it came to the point where me and my mom and Bobby sat down and tried to figure out, well, public school isn't working for me. It's really not, you can obviously tell. What should I do? And I came to TCS, and I just, honestly, I went there because I got kicked off the basketball team. I'll be honest. I got kicked off the basketball team at Bayshore my first couple years that I started playing. I had it going for myself. I had varsity basketball at a freshman age, or at freshman year, but I let it go. I just let other things influence me, and I just let it go. And I came to TCS because I was thinking, well, they're not going to judge me. They're going to let me on the team. And that was just totally wrong with me. And I'm not trying to take up time. I'm trying to be quick as I can. But, you know, I came to TCS, and my mom sent me there for a day or 2. I don't know how long it was. to try to figure out if this is really what I want. And I don't know if it's just because I tried, but like the first day I sat down, the first time I opened up one of those page books, I learned more about God. I learned more about things like physical science. I hate science, but I learned more about science in one day, just one day, than I have my whole life in public school. And now, I don't know if it's because you have to, but Andy Schoen is getting A's and B's on his report card. I know I'm not an Albert Einstein or any of them, but I'm making good grades. I'm doing something with my life. And since I came back to the church, I mean, me and my mom, we tried looking for other churches. But they weren't this. They weren't this. Finally, we made our minds. Stop traveling other places. Just come back home. Because you don't have to come to this church for anybody. You don't have to come to this church to put a smile on somebody's face. You come to church because this is where God is at. You can go to any other place that you want, but you're not going to feel God like you do here. And trust me, I've been to other churches. I've heard other men speak, but they don't touch me like Brother Marlowe does. They really don't. And ever since I came to TCS, just like I got up and said a couple weeks ago, I've been reading the Bible. My nose has been more in the Bible than anything else. I just want to learn so much about the Bible. Just like I said a couple weeks ago or whatever, I got up and said, the Bible is the greatest textbook ever. It really is. It teaches you so much about life. And just like Jordan said, it teaches you things that are happening now. That God and all them other poets or writers, whatever they were, wrote way back when. Like how do they know what's happening in 2015 or 14, whatever year this is, 2014? How do they know what's happening? It's just so funny. And you see all these movies coming out, all these different things, everything that's people saying that the big flood or something is gonna come and swoop us up, but they don't understand that the last times are happening each time they wake up. They don't understand when God's coming back. God said you may not, or Job said, you may not know when he's coming, but he'll be there right on time. He'll be there right on time. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that God was on time for me. Because if I would have stayed there, if I would have took my life, I wouldn't have been living the right life. But I really want to make it. There's this thing that I've been saying so much in school, and I know they have to be getting tired of it, but I say it so much. Strivers achieve what dreamers dream. You can sit like this. I'll take it from my perspective because I play basketball. You can sit on the sideline and you can never get your feet wet. You can never understand what it feels like to score your bucket. Or you can get out, get involved, and start playing ball. That's what this church is. You can sit around and wait for somebody to get up and let them bless you, or you can get up and bless people. You can get up and bless yourself, because not only when you get up and you touch other people, I touch myself. I don't know if it's because I'm conceited or if I think I'm conceited, but I touch myself. I know, and a dream that I always had, I don't dream of becoming a Division I scholarship. I don't dream of being the president. I just want to change people's lives. That's what I want to do. Because I love people. I really do. It doesn't matter what, if you're big, skinny, black, white, mixed, yellow, red, orange. It doesn't matter. I love people. And I love touching their lives. That's just something. Chandy got up a while back ago and she was talking about how what your gift is. And I didn't know what my gift was. I didn't know what it was. But we wrote these extra credit reports in school, and I honestly believe that my gift is love. Like, people, they can stab me in the heart, they can do whatever they want, but I'm gonna love them. And I think that we should. That's a great gift. We should always love everybody. It says in the Bible to love your enemies. I don't want to do that because they're my enemies, but I love them. I love my enemies, and I'm gonna stop talking, but I felt like I needed to tell you guys because we're a family, and it's not right to hide things from your family. It's not right to go a long time without telling them. And I feel like if you have just something simple like a tire being blown, that's maybe simple to y'all, but that's so big. That's so big. If you're driving down the intersection and your tire's blown, that's a no-brainer. You could die. You could die. You can get in a tragic car wreck. But God. Uncle Matt or Brother Matt has been talking to youth about getting involved. That's what the church needs to do. Not just us young people. If God did something for you, get up and tell it. Get up and tell it. Not just because we're on YouTube and it's going to travel all around the world, but touch people. Bless them. And I'm so glad that when I came back, just like Brother Paul D said, no matter where you go, when you come back, there's always people to love you. Always. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to say, oh, you did that, you did this. They love you. And that's what I love about this church. I love every single one of y'all. I want y'all to know, and if I ever, even if it's something little, if I made fun of you, because I'm a jokester, and I don't know when to stop. But if I did anything to offend you, to hurt you in any way, please. And Bev, I'm sorry, because I know in class I'm a hardhead, and I don't know when to stop. I'm a class clown, and I don't know when to stop, but I really want to apologize to you. And I'm going to try to change. I really am. I'm going to try to change. You can't take life as a joke. You really can't. And I've learned that. You cannot take life as a joke. And all these young people, I know we get up and say it because I used to say it all the time. But we get up and say how bad public school is. Well, don't you know there's a school right there 25 feet away? That's right. Ever since I've been in TCS, you guys don't ever see me get up and say, oh, I went to school and somebody talked to me about drugs. Y'all parents really need to look into putting your kids in that school right there, because that school really and I'm not just saying this to get brownie points from the teachers and get a free snack. I'm saying this because if you guys go to that school, it won't just change the kid's life, it will change the family's life. It really will. And I just want to sing this song. I want us to sing this song, and I hope it touches you guys. Oh, thank you.